Hey guys, it's Stacy. Welcome to my channel. As you can see behind me, I have yet another background. Let me mention this in a previous video, but we were doing renovations, and for anyone that's ever done them, you understand that things are just all over the place when that happens. So what you see behind me are things that have gotten moved in here so that they're out of the way of work. So I hope you don't mind, and I hope it's not too distracting, but it's really the best I can do as of right now. The Get Ready With Me will be in voiceover. My mic just died. I don't know what happened to it, but it was not working. This is actually at night. I'm in my robe. I've had dinner. I'm getting ready to go to bed soon. I wanted to show you the look in different lighting just so you could see it, because I'm not sure with the natural light because it was around sunset, which was beautiful, but it can affect color. So I just wanted you to really see the eye look. I was a little nervous with it because it's more colorful than I typically do. I love a good neutral, but it was fun and I think it turned out nice. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the Get Ready With Me. Okay, bye. Hi everyone, so this is going to be my first attempt at a voiceover. So for this look, I'm starting with the Victoria Beckham primer. Good primer, very good primer. Perfect for this time of year where my skin is dry because it's winter and I could really use the extra hydration. This primer also adds, I think, a nice subtle glow to the skin, nothing too sparkly at all. Just creates a really nice base under the foundation. Feels good, and I've never had an issue with it underneath any foundation that I've tried, and I've tried several with this one at this point. So a nice one. I think you could get by with starting off with a small size because you really don't need that much of this. Just not even half a puff is plenty, I think, for all over your face. So here I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. What do I do next? Because I'm watching this video along with you guys. Oh yes, Sakuyu, the cream foundation. I have this in shade 040. It's a little on the warm side and just slightly, and I do mean slightly, too deep for me. When I got this though, it did match perfectly. But I think it still works, and it adds nice warmth to my skin because I could use it. I found out about this brand through Alicia, or Kinky Sweats, here on YouTube. She has a fantastic channel. I bet a lot of you are familiar with it. She does really great, very informative reviews. I've learned a lot from watching her, and it always feels like just such a welcoming space. And she's a huge Pat McGrath fan, which is a plus. But I hadn't heard about this brand until I watched her channel, and I ordered this on the Selfridges site, and I subscribed to that shipping subscription they have, where it's for a year, and I think it's like $50 and you get free express shipping for a whole calendar year. That's great if you're in the US like I am. I think it's worth it. If you place 2 orders with them, it's paid for itself. And no, this isn't sponsored by anybody. I'm just, passing the tips along. I get my products really quickly and nothing is broken. I haven't had any issues at all with anything that I've ordered from them. So it's been great. I'm putting on another layer of the foundation. I like medium coverage just to conceal more of my imperfections. I have some broken capillaries on the chin and some acne scarring on my cheeks that I want to cover up. Really, really beautiful foundation. Looks like skin, gives you a nice glow. Next up is the MAC 24-Hour Concealer. I have this in the shade NC35. I love this concealer. I was worried at first, since it says 24 hours. I thought maybe it would be too drying. I found that long wear concealers sometimes just aren't very kind to the under eye area, especially if it's on the dry side like mine. But this one works great. Now, I don't normally use this much concealer all over my face. I usually just keep it to under my eyes. and maybe a little on the chin, but I was trying to brighten up these areas, and the concealer is a lighter shade than my foundation. Just trying to even everything out. And I have to say, this paired beautifully with this foundation because the foundation is a little bit more on the dewy side and this concealer has more of a natural finish. They worked so well together. It looked really nice and gave me the kind of coverage that I wanted. This concealer lasts all day on me. I never feel the need to touch it up. And I really like the way it wears, even on my under eye area. And that's me being pleased with myself. That's right. Yeah, because I like the way that looked. And I can see the light changing all over the place. Oh yeah, when I was looking at the items I wanted to use for this, I also looked at some of the brushes that I wanted to use. And remember when these paddle brushes were all the rage and everybody had one or some version of it? I completely forgot I had these. These are from Eye-Conic London. I have this larger size one and a small one. And that's when I'm like, oh yeah, this actually works nicely. I'll have to bring these back out and get them more into my rotation. I'm really trying to use the things that I already have. Yes, I love the new stuff. It's fun and definitely a necessary part of a review channel, but I also don't want to feel like I've wasted anything by not using what I already have, and that includes beauty tools. So this is really nice, and I'm glad I pulled it back out and used it again. And it blended everything really well. Okay, next up we got the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette. I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the description box. And yeah, I almost didn't want to use this at first because it's so bright, but the colors are really pretty. And I thought, why not? Why not just hanging out here at home? You know, why not go for the bold eye look, see what happens? I thought I could use this as a crease shade. I don't know why, because it has a metallic finish that I completely forgot about until just right about now. I'm kind of looking down and I could see it. It looked, I don't know how it looks to you guys, but it was looking crazy to me. Yep, there's the face. Yeah, I'm just questioning all my choices right now, trying to figure out how I'm going to get this to work without reaching for another palette. Really just trying to stick with this one. So going back in with that darker shade that's a little bit more matte, just to try to fix this, salvage the look a bit. Yeah, still just seeing steel gray all across my eyelid. And oh boy, just remember thinking, you know, it'd be a pain in the butt to have to wipe all this off and start all over. So that's when you just power through and you just figure out how to make it work. And that's me. Well, of course it's me. Who else would it be? Stacy. Now I'm going to go in with the emerald green shade. Beautiful shade. Absolutely gorgeous. Incredibly pigmented. I have to say I love Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palettes. They are some of my favorites. I feel like you can't go wrong with them. You just sort of pick your favorite color story. Now I'm laughing at myself because what else can you do? When you feel your makeup going insanely wrong, you have to laugh, especially since I'm not going anywhere. If I was going somewhere, it would have been an issue, but like I said, just here hanging out at home playing, so no big deal. But anyway, back to my talking about the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palettes. They're really good. They're really pigmented. I've turned on my makeup mirror That's the extra light you see, because the light coming in from the windows was changing so much I really couldn't quite see what I was doing. But these eyeshadows are great. They blend well even when you use your finger like I just did. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. Just trying to make this work. Okay. Yeah, you're going to see me shake my head a lot. Next up, we're going with that really intense blue shade. And I forgot to mention, I'm using Wayne Goss brushes here among some of my favorites. Really easy to use, incredibly soft, so they're really comfortable on the eye. Nothing scratches or pokes me, and that's really important when you're dealing with delicate eye area. You know, you don't, not only is it uncomfortable, but I've often wondered if when you have scratchy brushes like that, what kind of damage or what kind of irritation you're doing to your lid. So I always try to go with the softest brushes possible, and his are among the softest. And I think for what they are and how they're made, I think they're pretty reasonably priced. So, and I got those at Beautylish. Okay, now this look is finally, I think, going to come together with this next shade. If I could get the palette up to the camera. Yeah, we're going to go in with, it almost looks silver, but it's like this cooler tone pale green with like a blue, slightly blue undertone. It's really beautiful. And I loved this on the lid. It looks so pretty in the sunlight. Yeah, I'm happy about that. And now I've switched to a rougher, I believe it's a flat, is it a flat shader brush? Can't remember the exact name of it, but rougher brushes are also very good. That one's perfect for this kind of shadow to apply to the lid. Going back in with my blending brush just to smooth everything out. Now that this is starting to come together more, it's so pretty. I ended up being really, really happy with this look. Kind of a shame I wasn't going anywhere, but looks nice. Now I'm going with the Anastasia brow definer. This is the thicker brow pencil. Generally speaking, I like the kind of thinner, finer point pencils, but this is actually really good, and I found it pretty easy to use. You know, Anastasia brow products are terrific, and you get a lot of options in terms of shades, and it made filling in my brows pretty quick, pretty easy, very blendable, and yeah, I like the way they turned out. I do my brows myself, so any products that make that process easier for me, I always appreciate. I just find this pencil really easy to use. I also have to say I like the packaging on this particular brow product as opposed to her thinner brow pencils. I don't know what it is, but that's the outer packaging always breaks on me. The caps come off and then, you know, they just don't stay on very well. Anyway, next up is mascara, Rare Beauty's mascara. I love this mascara. It's so good. I've used it in a previous video, and I put on like 10,000 coats of mascara. Definitely mascara junkie. This one is so nice. It gives you really pretty length, nice thickness, and I am surprised very pleasantly by the lack of smudging of this mascara. Most mascaras smudge on me a lot. This one does not at all. Next up is a Sakuyu Oil Rich powder. A perfect powder for the winter time. Again, when my skin's a little bit more on the dry side, it creates a beautiful glow, and it pairs really well with the foundation, or really any other foundation. I also have tried it on top of more matte finish foundations, since those aren't my favorite finishes, and it looks beautiful, really beautiful. Wouldn't recommend this for oily skin, but you know, if you have places like maybe on your cheeks or whatever, you want a little bit of a glow, and maybe not necessarily in the center of your face like I'm doing, it's really beautiful, very comfortable. Next up is bronzer. I'm using the MAC Next to Nothing bronzer. This is in Canyon, I think it's Canyon Dreamin. Nice yellow tone bronzer, very pretty. It has a satin finish. This brush picked up a ton of product. What brush is that? I can't see right now. I think it's the Surat large powder brush. Very, very nice brush. Really pretty. Applies product beautifully. Love this bronzer. Just warms up the face perfectly. Not too red, not cool toned. Just looks really, really natural. Blends out very easily. I've never had an issue with it going on patchy or wearing away in like a strange kind of, you know, when makeup sort of looks like it's like bunching off and flaking off your face. This doesn't do that. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Really happy with that one. And another MAC product, there was like an airplane going overhead right there. Another MAC product is the blush, the Glow and Play blush. Very pretty. This one has more of a sheen than the bronzer, hence the name, I guess, Glow and Play. Very pretty. I don't feel like it overemphasized any texture there. It just added a nice glow to the face, and I'm all about the glow. I would rather have a glowy skin than having my skin feel too dry. I just don't like that feeling at all. It's uncomfortable to me. I'd rather have to blot. More airplanes, okay. Oh, and then that's me noticing the sunset. Almost said sunrise. It really was beautiful. Probably should have taken a picture. Oh well. Next up, the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Kohl Duo. These are so pretty. I have two of these. The exact shade name I'll post below, but this is like the warmer toned one. So this one has almost like a golden shade on one side, and that's what I'm putting on my waterline. Oh man, I love these. And they just last. I'm surprised at how well they last. I'm a contact lens wearer. I don't wear color contacts. I've been asked that a bunch of times in my life. But I do wear them. I alternate between that and my glasses. And so I need eyeliner that's going to hang in there when I have to put like drops in my eyes and things like that. And this one does that. It holds up really, really well. And you get such pretty colors. And now I'm going to switch to the darker side, and it's almost like, how can I describe the color? It's like if you combine steel and brown almost. It's really hard to describe, but it's very pretty, and it allows me kind of to smoke out the outer part of my lower lash line. Very rarely will I put any eyeshadow on my lower lash line. Instead, if I want that effect, I just go with eyeliner. I just find that I can get a more precise application, and it wears better for me. Also, since I have hereditary under eye circles, I'm not really trying to bring too much darkness to the eye. Not under my eyes. I'm really trying to prevent that. And the eyeliner, I feel like, gives me that effect without creating, you know, too too many shadows. Oh, the sunset was so pretty coming in through the window. I love it. Now I'm going with the Bare Minerals Balm Lip Gloss. I'm trying to remember when I got this, but I'm pretty sure I got it at Sephora or maybe even Macy's, one of those. I'm a lip gloss girl. I love gloss. I love it more than lipstick. Still haven't found my way with that yet, but I love gloss. I own a ton of them. The shade is so pretty. It's like one of those Your Lips but better colors. And it was really comfortable. Felt great on the lips. Now I'm going in with the Hermes Illuminating powder. It's their highlighter. And I was excited to get this. And this is me wondering why I have so many problems opening up packages. I do. It takes me forever to open up a package. I mean, I had to edit this part big time because I was opening that box for like a day. It was ridiculous. Anyway, here's the highlighter, pretty sparkly and golden. I'm sure you guys have seen it a bunch of times. It really is beautiful. I have another Surat brush. I believe it's the cheek brush. Lately, I've been preferring sort of the larger brushes to apply my highlight so that I don't get that sort of streak, that strip of highlight across the cheek. I just find it looks a little bit better to me, a little bit more diffused. And I don't know. That's just my preference. I love the glow from this highlighter. I will say though, like most highlighters, you do see a little bit of texture with this because it is not like a glitter ball, but you know, it's definitely on the sparkly side. I think all highlighter naturally brings out the texture on your face. It's just some do it more so than others. This isn't that bad, but it is something you should probably be aware of if that's a concern for you. But all in all, I think it's really, really pretty. Okay, guys, that was it. This is the look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.